The Supreme Court strikes down the so-called bubble zone around abortion mills in Massachusetts, and Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House, inviting people, well, at least welcoming them as they pour over the border. There's a train right now bringing more children to visit the United States permanently. Welcome to the Voice of Resistance.
Those who forsake the law praise the wicked. Those who uphold the law resist them. Welcome to the Voice of Resistance. Here's your host, Randall Terry.
You can hear the sound of the train in the background. We're broadcasting from a remote location near the border. All right, I'm making this up. That is a real train, though, by the way. We're broadcasting from our temporary studios here in Tennessee. I almost said West Virginia. I ask you to continue to pray for our son, who is battling cancer. That's why we've moved here. We're in the middle of making a more permanent studio solution to the television show. And I ask you also to pray for my entire family, our needs of our ministry. Please stand with us. Let's talk about Nancy Pelosi. Let's talk about what's going on our southern border, because it really is turning into a crisis. And by the way, I share the opinion of those who believe that this is a manufactured crisis. In other words, when the Obama administration let foreign governments know and had the statement in the press that said that they were not going to deport unaccompanied minors, well, that was as good as inviting unaccompanied minors. And then they started putting them by the thousands on these so-called death trains, where literally children are dying, women are being ravaged, people are being killed. It is an unthinkable crisis. I want to read to you a passage from the Holy Scriptures. This comes from Exodus chapter 22. You shall not wrong or oppress a resident alien, for you were aliens in the land of Egypt. You shall not abuse any widow or orphan. If you do abuse them, when they cry out to me, I will surely heed their cry. My wrath will burn, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall become widows, and your children's orphans. And this, from Jeremiah chapter 7, if you do not oppress the alien, the orphan, and the widow, or shed innocent blood in this place, that has to do with child sacrifice, and if you do not go after other gods to your own hurt, then I will dwell with you in this place, in the land that I gave of old to your ancestors forever and ever. Then he went on to say, here you are, trusting in deceptive words to no avail. I wanted to start today's program with these Bible passages. And if you do a Bible word search on alien or foreigner, you will note that the passages that deal with how the people of God, the Jews, treated foreigners are many. As I have listened to various radio talk show hosts talk about this crisis on our southern border, and as I see Nancy Pelosi get ready to add to the crisis by going there, all right? This is a woman whose face is known to people who follow the news in Latin American countries because she was the House Majority Leader. They're going to see her on TV. She's going to do interviews down there, and she's going to talk about a compassionate, caring way to deal with this humanitarian crisis, a bipartisan way. She's going to advocate the rights of children, due process of law for these children. That is going to actually further exacerbate the crisis by inviting even more people in, okay? And as I've listened to various conservative radio talk show hosts talk about this, I have been alarmed, troubled by the callousness with which some people are dealing with the situation. Put them on a train, Send them back. They're children. They're children, okay? We have 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds. That's not my problem. What do I? They're not my children. Some people sound like Old Man Potter in It's a Wonderful Life. Just total callous disregard for other people's children. God said, beware how you treat the foreigner, the alien. All right, and that doesn't mean an outer space alien. It means someone who's from another country who's in your country. Be careful how you treat them. Be careful how you treat the widow. Be careful how you treat the orphan. A lot of these kids who are coming are de facto orphans. And God said, if they cry out to me, if you abuse the orphan, you abuse the widow, and they cry out to me and I hear their cry, God said, I'll make your wife a widow. I'll make your children orphans. That's God saying, I'll kill you if you mistreat them. So I share the incredible alarm that is worthy of what we have going on right now, right? And I'm going to talk about that when we come back, because this really is a crisis. But we have to beware of cruelty, of callous disregard for human life. It doesn't matter if some of these kids were just dumped on a train. Imagine the desperation of family members, that would endanger their child's life, a 4, 5, a 6, an 8-year-old kid, that would endanger their lives to get them here, okay? All I'm saying is that in the midst of what is clearly an orchestrated effort to overrun our border, which has been successful, all right? It's been successful. In the middle of something that is probably a political attack on the United States of America, we have to remember kindness and compassion for these children, because God is watching our response, and we will give an account to Him. I'll be right back.
Hey, everyone's been asking me, when's Unstoppable coming out on DVD? Well, it's here. And I have created my own deluxe signature version of Unstoppable that contains not only the movie, but over 5 hours of additional curriculum and study guides for your family. It's perfect for your homeschool, educational facility, small group Bible study, and family devotions. And I'm going to share with you some of the spiritual warfare that surrounded the release of this film. This box set also includes extended scenes, new music videos, the inside scoop on the whole Facebook controversy. So what are you waiting for? I made this special version with my family in mind, and I know your family will be blessed by it too. Unstoppable 2.0 Deluxe Signature Version, available only here at KurtCameron.com. I can't wait for you to experience what's inside.